everyone, welcome to this update video this afternoon. I hope you're doing well. So as some of you may know, I am in Jamaica and I was impacted pretty substantially by Hurricane Beryl yesterday. So I'm out of power since yesterday in the evening until now. So what I had to do is to basically go in town and find a spot where I can get some connection to get this update video done. However, I just want to let you guys know that Mr. Brian Shields, aka Mr. Weatherman, he made sure to let his audience know that I'm also part of the community and I am dealing with the impacts from Beryl. So Brian, I really do appreciate you sharing that. It does mean a lot to me because aside from a bit of connection, there was no way for me to get anything out to say that I'm out of power. So I really do appreciate that from you. And so guys, go into what is going on with Beryl right now. We can see it on the satellite imagery and it is making its way towards the Yucatán Peninsula. So that is the next stop, and it is going to bring hurricane conditions as we're going to be heading into tonight and tomorrow as well. So it will be approaching as a hurricane. It is currently a category 2 with maximum sustained winds of 110 miles per hour. So Beryl has been weakening. It has been succumbing to the unfavorable environment that it made its way into while it was on its approach to Jamaica and then the northwestern Caribbean Sea. And those tropical storm force winds are likely still happening in Grand Cayman. You can let me know what's happening for you, or even if you've been affected by this in Jamaica, let me know what went on for you. But as for me, it was quite the experience yesterday. Winds were very strong. I did get some footage which I'm sharing with you guys right now. So winds were very strong and there were a lot of downed trees in my area, and the power was holding up quite well, but then it eventually went out. And as I said, that's the reason I wasn't able to get a video out this morning, but it is slowly returning. And according to the Jamaica Public Service, JPS, around 60% of customers were out of electricity, but that number should be down now since they have been working to restore, and also other personnel are working to ensure that the roads are cleared from all the downed trees and the damage done from Beryl. So unfortunately as well, we've had about 2 fatalities here in Jamaica. Very unfortunate, but this is the reason we always emphasize preparedness and to take these systems seriously, because I'm sure that many persons who were underestimating Beryl are kind of eating their words right now based on the damage done and maybe their experience with the major hurricane. But it didn't hit Jamaica at full force. I want to get that out there. We didn't get those category 4 force winds, but it was still impactful nonetheless. So those recovery efforts are ongoing, and I hope that everyone is recovering quite well. And also, one of our news outlets here in Jamaica posted something which isn't quite true, so let me break it down. The headline reads, brace for more rain as tropical depression develops near Lesser Antilles. This is not a tropical depression. We have Hurricane Beryl there making its way towards the Yucatan, and the next area you're seeing, that is Invest 96L, which we have been talking about for more than a week. So Invest 96L is a tropical disturbance. It is an area being watched for development. Matter of fact, the chance was very high at one point to 70%, but due to it, it's not really getting itself together and being in an environment that isn't very conducive, it is only given a 10% chance of formation. So development is not expected. It is not a tropical depression. I want to put that out there. However, down the road, it may still try to get itself together near the Yucatan or in the Gulf of Mexico. But right now, it's not a depression. However, what it will do, it could produce tropical depression-like weather with periods of heavy rain and those gusty winds being possible across Jamaica as we head into tomorrow and especially on Saturday. So through the weekend, we can expect some impacts from this in some parishes. Not going to be guaranteed for everyone. So that is the latest on that system. Again, not a tropical depression. However, there is a recently formed tropical depression which is in the Eastern Pacific Ocean Basin. So it is their first tropical depression over there, Tropical Depression 1E. And as of right now, it is not expected to even develop into a tropical storm. So it's been quite over there, quite typical, because when it gets very active in a La Nina year for the Atlantic basin, it's usually the opposite for the Pacific since conditions get a bit less conducive. But going back to Beryl, guys, here is some more footage of what happened in parts of Jamaica, just some of it, because I'm sure that many persons have videos, but because of the lack of service, they're not able to share that publicly. But it was quite the experience here, and I think that that many of us are just thankful that this is the worst we've experienced, because it could have been much worse if that eye and the bulk of the worst of weather associated with Beryl didn't stay south of the island. So that is what is going on for it. Again, the next stop is the Yucatán Peninsula, and there are watches in place, a hurricane warning as well as the tropical storm warning, because what's going to happen is as Beryl moves over land, it's going to weaken. Think of the ocean, or well, the Caribbean Sea, as, you know, the fuel for it. So once it is cut off from that fuel, it is going to weaken overland. So we see that it is expected to be downgraded to a tropical storm by tomorrow evening, but then it may try to re-strengthen in the Gulf and could be a hurricane on approach to either northeast Mexico or southern Texas. So this general area along the Gulf Coast is to keep watch, and we may eventually see some tropical storm or hurricane watches being issued very, very soon. But it is still a threat in the Caribbean, and it's going to be lingering around for the next couple of days. So I'll keep you updated once I can do so, guys. And in relation to the rainfall activity expected across the Caribbean, there could be rainfall amounts probably up to 10 inches or more in association with Beryl for the Yucatán Peninsula. But generally for the Caribbean, again, there's that tropical wave moving by, a pretty substantial tropical wave, and it may result in some increased rain across parts of southern Hispaniola and eventually Jamaica. So this rainfall map goes out to late Saturday evening, so rainfall amounts could be anywhere up to 2 inches at maximum for parts of Jamaica, especially in some of the eastern parishes. And then elsewhere, there's going to be quite a bit of rain, such as in Central America, Northern South America as well, and those scattered showers and thunderstorms across parts of the Eastern Caribbean and even up to the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands. So I will continue to keep you posted as necessary, and that is it for this updates video. I do hope you found it to be informative, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And because I'm not home currently, it may take a while for me to actually respond, but once I get back electricity, once I get back the internet connection, I'll be sure to get to you guys. So do have a wonderful rest of your day, and remember to always be weather-wise.